Yo, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to Build Your Own Precon, where I'm gonna give you like a little bit of a shell, and you work and make your own deck. So we usually shoot for about $45. This shell is about 43 already, but I feel like you could probably cut some cards, make some changes, and it could probably you have a little bit more budget to work around. I'm gonna be working on a couple more $100 deck techs, but I have some of these already like pre-made that I want to get through first. So today is Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. So you pay Wooburg, return target enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever it or another non-token shrine enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 colorless shrine enchantment creature token. Um, so Generous Visitor, going through creatures, a lot of them are enchantment support. So whenever you cast an enchantment, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Destiny Spinner will make your enchantments uncounterable. Go-Shintai of Boundless Vigor is a shrine and gets bigger for the number of shrines you control. Go-Shintai of Lost Wisdom is a 0/4. You could use that shrine ability to mill, however, it generally isn't worth it. You could technically mill yourself if you want to reanimate stuff with Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. That is an option. Jukai Naturalist will make your enchantments cost less, and the deck's mostly enchantments, so it'll help. Sanctum Weaver is going to add a whole bunch of mana and help you get out your enchantments. It is an enchantment itself, so it does benefit. Starfield Mystic, there's got to be, oh yeah, that takes out like $2 a budget. But more or less, it's going to make your enchantments cost less, and it'll bump itself up. Sythis is going to draw you cards on enchantments. It's going to help you get more shrines and tune through the deck. Ghen is going to let you sacrifice the less important shrines to get the more important ones, or you could sacrifice some of your enchantment creatures. Go-Shintai of Ancient Wars, it's going to burn a player for the number of shrines you control. Unfortunately, it isn't each opponent, but you can still whittle your opponents down with it. Leyline Prowler is going to be able to add 1 mana of any color, which is going to be important since it's a 5-color deck. Mesa Enchantress will draw you cards. Monk Idealist will return enchantments from your graveyard to your hand. Keep in mind, some of your shrines are creatures, so that's going to be important. Moon-Blessed Cleric will put an enchantment on top of your deck. This is going to help you find whatever shrine you need. Satyr Enchanter is going to be drawing you cards. Tireless Provisioner creates treasures, which are going to help you pay for your shrines. Yavimaya Enchantress can get really big if you have enough enchantments. Eidolon of Blossoms will draw off your enchantments, which, if I understand it correctly, since it's just another enchantment entering the battlefield, it will trigger off the shrine tokens from Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. Ooh. Go-Shintai of Hidden Cruelty is going to destroy creatures. Go-Shintai of Shared Purpose is going to create spirits. So this is a way to like close out games, kind of. Lost Auramancers can search your library for an enchantment and put it onto the battlefield if it had no time counters when it died. Takasia, Dig Site Mentor. So creatures you control can tap to surveil, and then this is just gonna help you get through your deck. Some of the shrines you don't really want to attack with, so surveilling is gonna be your best bet, and vigilance. Really, there aren't any artifacts in the deck that it's gonna be benefiting from, but Zur the Enchanter can search for your smaller shrines. Soul Ring, Springleaf Drum, Arcane Signet, Fellwar Stone, Commander's Sphere. I usually don't like including Commander's Sphere or Honored Heirloom, but like, kind of had to. Cluestone. So the ramp is kind of weak, but we do have instant sorceries to make up for it. If we're looking at the breakdown of mana cost, it is very heavily around 3, which isn't terrible. And then green and white are the main 2 colors, which is why Cluestone is in here. Swords to Plowshares is removal. Village Rites will help you draw. Braid is removal. Izzet Charm is a counterspell or removal or draw, depending on what you need. Simic Charm can either help your creature stick around, hexproof, or bounce a creature. You could also bounce one of your shrines if you want to re-trigger Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. Mythos of Nethroi is a removal that just destroys a non-land permanent, so it's pretty good. Sultai Charm is removal or draw. Rampant Growth is ramp. You find a cursed idol is either removal, or you can create that treasure to save mana for later. Borrowing 100,000 arrows is draw. Citywide Bust. So a lot of your shrines are gonna be under toughness 4. So this is just gonna board wipe your opponents more or less. Cultivate is ramp. Divination's draw. Seize the Spoils. If you can't tell, I built this deck a while ago. A lot of these cards I don't think I would have built like recently. Pirate's Pillage, Time Wipe is board wipe. Sanctum of Tranquil Light is probably the weakest shrine, but you can get it out early. Bridled Growth is going to help you with color fixing, or you can sack it to draw. Sanctum of Stone Fangs is usually what closes out games. Urban Utopia is going to draw you a card and help you fix colors. Send to Avernus creates treasures, helps you fix colors. Enchantress Presence will help you draw through your deck. Haunted of Infinite Rage will help get rid of players, because it's going to be pinging them for the number of shrines you control. Minimus Containment's removal. Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest hopefully will be adding enough mana to help you cast the spells you need. Sanctum of Shattered Heights is probably the... I changed my mind with the last one. Sanctum of Shattered Heights is probably the worst, because you have to pay 1, discard a land, and then it can remove a creature. But, like, why would you ever want to discard a shrine with it? It's just kind of meh. Wild Research lets you search your library for an enchantment and put it into your hand, then discard a card at random for 2 mana. It's very strong. And then you could also search for instants if you need removal. Haunted of Cleansing Fire is going to add so much life, you're never going to die. Haunted of Night's Reach is just mean, making your opponent discard almost their entire hand, depending on how many shrines you have. Sanctum of Calm Waters will make you draw X, where X is the number of shrines. If you do, discard a card. So it's going to help you draw through the deck, which, as you can see, there's a lot of. I used to run Laboratory Maniac in this deck, because there is a chance if you have all of your shrines out, you'll just draw through your entire deck. Haunted of Life's Web is going to help you go wide. Haunted of Seeing Winds is going to help you draw through your deck. Sanctum of All is going to search for shrines. This is probably what you want to search for off of the one. It's a 3-drop cleric that searches for an enchantment. Sigil of the Empty Throne will help create threats off your enchantments. The deck tries to balance between removal and threats, because shrines themselves are kind of slow. Landwise, Ash Barrens, Botanical Plaza, Command Tower, Crumbling Necropolis, Crystal Grotto, Evolving Wilds, Exotic Orchard, Forest, Fortified Village, Island, Jungle Shrine, Mountain, Path of Ancestry, Plains, Seaside Citadel, Sungrass Prairie, Swamp, Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Plenty, Terramorphic Expanse, Thriving Bluff, Thriving Grove, Thriving Heath, Thriving Isle, Thriving Moor, Uncharted Haven. So the mana base isn't great. I kind of just took off of like the... Well, I didn't really take off of, but it's somewhat similar to the 2017 Ur-Dragon deck, because that's like the Wooburg commander I could go off of. I mean, in general, it's probably going to be a bit slow, but it'll get the job done. Look at that, you got like $5 to work around. I think even more if I took out some of the... there's probably places to reduce. But if we just did a little test hand, I swear this deck simulator like loves to spite me, because theoretically there's 35 lands in the deck, so there we go. That's something I'm looking for. So we go like Thriving Grove, we'll name Blue, go to turn 2. Go play Plains. Green, blue, Sythis. Go to turn 3. Go Thriving More, naming red, so we have Wooburg. Go to turn 4. Go for Go-Shintai of Ancient Wars. Temple of Enlightenment to Scry. Thriving Isle to the bottom. Draw a card off of Sythis. Go to turn 5. We don't have Wooburg. Well, we do have Wooburg, but we can't actually use it. Go in for Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. Sythis draws us a card. Go into turn 6. So what? Blue, white, black, colorless. Zur the Enchanter. Go to turn 7. Swing in with Zur. Search. Find like... Actually, go find Sanctum Weaver. Battlefield. So we have Sanctum Weaver. Oh, there it is. Go to turn 8. Crystal Grotto. Sanctum Weaver. Is it any combination? Okay, any one color. So what? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 enchantments. Go for Honden of Cleansing Fire. And then tap for green, Eidolon of Blossoms. Probably could have done that backwards, but anywho, it's kind of slow, but I really like Shrines as an archetype. I think it should see some more play. Go check it out.